Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Ohrmundt. So it is Wednesday afternoon. We're getting feeding going, and it's actually a really nice day out. Apparently the last really nice day for a while. Not temp-wise. It's actually supposed to be freakishly warm. Being that we're just a few days from Christmas, but today was mid-30s, mid-upper 30s, and like by the weekend it's supposed to be in the 40s, which actually kind of does suck because it just means we have to go through more bedding, and we don't like that. So the last batch of feed, we are running into a little bit of an issue, and I've mentioned it before that sometimes if the corn is a little too wet, it'll pack and it doesn't flow real nice in the bin. And that's the issue we're getting, and I don't really know why, because the corn really isn't that wet. At least we don't think it is. But usually what'll happen is, okay, so our auger, it runs straight down and ends there. There isn't like a center auger that comes up and does one of those deals. But usually what'll happen is it'll stick and go up at an angle where this portion will empty out really easy, and then this back half will stick, and then I'll have to go up there and kind of knock it down. But and you can tell when the ground feed will actually, well, we call it a cave in or a fall, or it'll let loose, whatever you want to use for a term. But you can tell, you can hear it. If it's big enough, it'll actually make the thing shake around. But I did have, we got this bin going, but then I did have one of those cave-ins. So you can tell that this is really, really solid. And then up here, there isn't. But what's happening is it is sticking. And now that we have, see here, it's a little bit hollow. I'm kind of working it so that I'm getting some of it out, but it's packed so hard that even if I went up to the top and tried to ram a rod down there, I don't know if I would actually get all the way through to the bottom. So I got to keep tapping. We got a pretty soft rubber mallet, and then we'll just tap around on it. You can kind of hear that it's falling down, and we'll just keep doing that until it starts flowing. It'll flow. It's a little bit more stuck than we thought it would be. It is Friday. So Friday before Christmas, actually. The other day we got a little bit of an early Christmas present. We got a new pail of the colostrum that we use. This stuff, we really like that. Seems to work really, really nice. It mixes really well, and we don't have an issue with calves not wanting to suck the bottle down with that stuff. The quality is really good. And then we also got a box of the Gen X Push. It's like it's an energy paste. So that has proteins, colostrum supplement in it, minerals, vitamins, all that kind of stuff. So Push is one of those products where if you have a really slow newborn calf, it's very cold out, they're stressed by cold, they're stressed by hard birth, things like that. Push has been a great product that we used in the past. It hasn't been around, for some reason they haven't had it for the last couple years, but this year it's back, so we got a box of it. It is a little pricey. It's I think it's like $10 or $12 per tube, and it's one tube per animal. But we only use that stuff. We'll only use in case we need it. If we need it, we'll use it. We've literally had calves in the past where they are laid out, they're newborns, either hard birth or they're just not sucking yet. We can tube feed them, we can bottle feed them, and they're still not coming around, in those first, half a day, 24 hours or something. And they've been almost laid out. You'd think that they'll be gone gone within the next few hours. We've given them push, and they are up and moving around, jumping around, and sucking within an hour to 2 hours maximum. It's pretty impressive product, but again, it is pricey, so we'll only use that if we have to. Last year we actually started using a product called Start Strong, I think it's called, and that is kind of more of it has a little bit of an energy supplement to it. It has a little bit of the minerals and the vitamins. It's supposed to help with giving a little bit of boost to the calf and help prevent things like scours and things like that. And we really like the results of that one too. That's a much less expensive product, and that's something that we'll give to every calf that is born, just to kind of help them, especially give them a little bit of boost in helping prevent scours, because that's with calving them out in the barn, a lot of bacteria and things will start building up, and calves can get sick pretty quick, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So we started using Start Strong last year. We have used the Optimizer Plus gel. I know Sunny Farms has used that and promotes that. That is also a very nice product. The only reason we went away from the Optimizer gel is just because the Start Strong is more of a liquid, and we wanted something that, because sometimes like especially the younger calves, it just seems like they have to gum the paste, and we wanted something a little bit more liquid. But I would definitely go back to Optimizer gel if we couldn't get the Start Strong, because it's still a good product, so I don't see anything wrong with it. But we did like the Start Strong last year, and we'll probably use that again. So that's kind of a little update on that stuff. So I think I'm going to start by doing the bedding, and then the bedding is just out of the way and it's done, and then we can focus on other stuff. I got to get these guys out of the short chute. Big old CF10. Yeah. She likes to act snotty, but she's a good cow. She's a really nice cow. I just haven't been able to get her set for AI. She is a top grade out of a lucky dice. I love her length. She's nice and deep, capacity wise, all that stuff. I really like the way she's built, and she always has really nice calves too. But I haven't been able to just get her caught for an AI. So hopefully soon. These guys will need some new bedding too. I was actually thinking this morning, might actually feed. They still have access to that field out there. Maybe feed out there this evening. And then we got little Cora. She is coming up on about 6 weeks until she's due, maybe 7 weeks. She's due at the end of February, hopefully to Dominion. Crossing my fingers on that one.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know.
This will be fun.
Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you'll love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own.
So it is nice to see that they're still willing to help unroll the stock bales. And I'm not really too concerned about these guys when I go in there. But, well, maybe if you wouldn't eat so fast, you wouldn't be coughing. Yeah, he's not sick or nothing. He just ate too fast, and he's a fat kid. Because he had literally just came from the bunk. But, I mean, I'm always a little bit cautious when I go into, regardless if they're, you know, like steer-sized bulls like those guys, or if they're just these guys, you know, and they're, you know, 800, 900, 1,000 pounds. At this age, like, none of these guys are like mean. I've never had any issues with them in the pasture, never had any issues with them working them. But, you know, like with the bale and stuff, that's more of them playing, and they want to play and have fun. But they're also, you know, 800-900,000 pound animal that's trying to play. You don't win that battle, so you always be a little bit cautious. See, now doesn't it feel better? Like if you wouldn't eat like a pig, but we want you to eat like a pig. But, you know, you got to take the roughhousing a little easier, and you wouldn't cough. But that's what happens if they just totally go at ground feed and they pig out and they turn around and start running around. It's, you know, it's kind of like a out of shape person. You know, they just, you know, they're just out of shape, and that's kind of a similar thing. Is that's their natural reaction. They'll cough. Same with him. They get a little bit of, or they'll get a little bit of the dust out of the stalks, and that'll make it. But they're not in any way sick or nothing. He's out there. He's that little white speck walking around. He's coming out. He's just roaming around in the field, trying to, you know, tap into his inner lab. Well, he was right here on the back side of these bales. Well, as soon as the cows came around, a couple of them seen him. They spooked him, and the whole crew took off, and they're looking at him like, "You guys remember the dog?" So that was kind of funny.